Hello, children. Welcome back to today's session. In this session, we are going to learn from Unit 5 Prose. The title is Water, the Elixir of Life, and it was written by Sir C.V. Raman. Before we get into the prose, we'll see about the author. Sir Chandrasekhara Venkata Raman was born on 7th November 1888 and he died on 21st November 1970. He was an Indian physicist born in Tiruchirappalli. He carried out groundbreaking work in the field of light scattering, which earned him the 1930 Nobel Prize for Physics. He discovered that when light traverses a transparent material, some of the deflected light changes wavelength. This phenomenon, subsequently known as Raman scattering, results from the Raman effect, and to commemorate it, February 28 is celebrated as National Science Day. In 1954, India honored him with its highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. Okay, do you think the living organisms in this planet can survive without water? Yes, no one can survive without water. Why? Because water is required by all living organisms in various processes for their survival. Am I right? Yes. Okay, where do we get our drinking water from? Yes, you're absolutely correct. We are getting drinking water from borewell and corporation pumps, isn't it? Okay. Is the drinking water we use in our home treated? Treated means purified? Yes. Obviously, the drinking water we are directly getting from the corporation or from the borewell is not purified or not treated, right? Then, how do we purify it? Yes, you're correct. Water is usually purified by filtration, isn't it? Okay, let's get into the prose. Throughout this prose, we are going to see about the water. Children, listen carefully. Meanwhile, I'll ask you questions. What are the elixir of life? Do you know what is meant by elixir? Elixir is a liquid which is believed to cure all ills. Got it? Okay. In this essay, Sir C.V. Raman brings out how water is indispensable. Indispensable means necessary to plant and human life, and how it also causes evils like soil erosion. He also tells that excess of water can be preserved for good purpose for the future use. Okay, what is the real elixir of life? Yes, you're correct. Water is the real elixir of life. Okay? Yes. In the first part of the essay, Raman talks poetically about the beauty of water. Water trickling down the rocks or water collected in small ponds that quench the thirst of passing cattle, which is a beautiful sight. Okay, what does the author poetically talk about? Yes, the author poetically talk about the beauty of the water, isn't it? Okay, big tanks play a vital role in South Indian agriculture. Rice is the major crop cultivated in the south region. It is a beautiful sight to watch the sun rays or set over them. Okay, what do play a vital role in South Indian agriculture? Yes, you're correct. Big tanks play a vital role in South Indian agriculture, isn't it? Right. One of the most remarkable facts about water is that it carries silt to far off places where it is finally deposited. The land where silt is deposited is usually very fertile. The silt that mixes with the salt water of the sea precipitate rapidly. The color of the water changes successively from the muddy red or brown to yellow and green and finally to the blue of the deep sea. These varying shades are also fascinating. Okay, what is one of the most remarkable facts about water? Yes, one of the most remarkable facts about water is that it carries light to far off places where it is finally deposited. Okay? Yes. The flow of water has undoubtedly played a great part in geological process. Rapidly flowing water carries away the rich top layer of the soil. This phenomenon is called soil erosion. The problem of soil erosion is of major significance in various countries, especially in India. Soil erosion in the initial stages unnoticed. Later, it results in the formation of deep gullies, ravines, and ruts. You know one thing? These things especially affect the agriculture. So, the terracing of the land, the construction of bunds to check the flow of water, the practice of conserve cultivation, and the planting of some types of vegetation are the measures that can be used to check soil erosion. Okay, what is called as soil erosion? Yes, rapidly flowing water carries away the rich top layer of the soil. So, this phenomenon is called as soil erosion. Got it? Okay. Water is the basic of all life. Every animal and plant contains water in its body. You know that, right? Yes. Water is essential for its body. Moisture in the soil is equally important for the life and growth of plant trees, isn't it? Okay. What is the basic of all life? Yes, you are absolutely correct. Water is the basic of all life. Okay. What is important for the growth of plant trees? Yes, you are correct. Moisture in the soil. That means a wet soil is equally important for the life and the growth of plant trees. Okay? Yes. The conservation and utilization of water is fundamental for human welfare. At present, streams and rivers wastefully empty themselves into the sea. It is clear that the adaptation of techniques preventing soil erosion would help to conserve and keep the water where it is wanted. Do you agree with me? Yes. Okay. What is fundamental for human welfare? Yes, you're absolutely correct. The conservation and utilization of water is fundamental for human welfare. Okay. Okay. Can you guess answer for this question? What are the two sources of water? Yes, the two sources of water are rain and snowfall. Got it? Okay. Let's see few glossaries from the prose. Elixir, a substance believed to cure all ills. Billowing, great swelling waves or surges. Teeming, abundantly filled especially with living things. Trickling, to flow slowly and without force. Precipitate, a solid substance that is produced from a liquid during a chemical process. Crust, a hard outer covering of something. Indispensable, essential. Barges, more forcefully. Let's see few key points for better understanding. Water is the elixir of life. It is powerful and wonderful. The flow of water has both merits and demerits. Excess of water preserved for good purpose. Silt is formed by the flow of water. Usually, water carries silt to far places and makes fertile. The color and beauty of water are always fascinating. Normally, soil erosion is also caused by the flow of water. Rapidly flowing water carries a rich top layer of the soil. A few types of measures should be used to check soil erosion. Every animal and plant contains water in its body itself. Moisture, that is wet land, is important for the growth of plants and trees. The conservation and utilization of water is important for human welfare. Now we are going to learn an idiom and how to deliver a speech in the remaining part. Okay, what is an idiom? Yes, the term idiom refers to a set expression or a phrase comprising two or more words. This meaning is different from the literal meaning of the idiom's individual elements. In other words, idioms do not mean exactly what the words say. They have, however, hidden meaning. Look at these examples. Kick the bucket and spill the beans. If we see these examples as a normal words, then we could get the meaning of kicking the bucket and spilling the beans. But when it functioned as idioms, then it contains a different meaning. Example, kick the bucket means to die, spill the beans means to tell people secret information. So it's totally different from the normal words to the idioms. Let's see a few more examples. 40 winks, a short nap. Break a leg, good luck. Hit the hay, go to bed. On cloud 9, extremely happy. So, in a simple way, we can describe it. An idiom is an expression whose meaning is different from the meanings of the individual words in it. Got it? Yes. Now we are going to see how to deliver a speech. First, we'll see what is the purpose of delivering a speech. The first point is to speak to a large gathering convincingly and persuasively to convert the listener's view to our point of view. And the second point is to pass on a wide range or information. And the third point is to express an opinion, view, experience, observation, etc. Got it? Okay. And the next one is how to deliver our speech. So, the first thing is we should divide our speech into three parts. The first one is introduction, and the second one is body, and the third one is conclusion. And the second point is start with salutation. Greet your chief guest, audience, fellow speakers, and other invitees. And the next point is begin your speech with a catchy introduction in the form of an anecdote, thought provoking question, or statistical data. And the next point is express your views and give reasons for the stand you take. And the next point is convey thoughts and ideas with clarity. And next one is be factually accurate and present a balanced view. And the next point is we should provide supporting data to prove our points. And the next one is make our speech interesting by adding elements of humor or some other stories. And this point is very important. We should use language that is easily understood by the audience, and we should keep sentences in short and simple. And next point is sum up our ideas and we can give suggestions or remedies to improve the situation. And finally, we should thank the audience and organizers. So, these are the points very important to deliver a speech. Okay? Yes. So, the following given points are very, very important to remember before we deliver a speech. Okay, so the first point is we should not be aggressive in manner, words, or gestures. And the second point is be neither rude and offensive nor meek and mild. And the next point is enunciate your words clearly. That means the pronunciation of the words should be clear and we should maintain a normal volume. And the last point is we should not scream into the mic. Got it? Okay. So the sample speech is given in your textbook, page number 126. Please go through that for better understanding. Okay, children? Yes. Okay, children, up to this the prose gets over. Hope you understand. If you have any doubt, you can ping me or you can call me to clarify all your doubts and watch this video once or twice for better understanding. Okay? Thank you.